I get the money and dash. Y'all want the honeys and cash. I get the money and dash. Y'all want the honeys and cash. I get the money and dash. I'm thinking about running it back. I'm thinking about running it, running it, running it, running it. Focusing on all the wrong things. Bench players in the ball game. Trying to act like they. All right, how's it going, everybody? I hope that I got some people with me right now. I had some difficulties getting on to my live feed here, but it's episode 119, and it's my second time live. It's February 10th, 2019, and I'm your host, Michael Pina Sr. of The Michael Pina Sr. Show. Listen, Vince Lombardi said, some of us will do our jobs well, and some of us will not. But we will be judged by only one thing, the result. And that's what you got to start looking at right now. What are you doing to be successful with your money? What are the results of what you've been doing with your money? And that's about what we're going to talk a little bit about today. But before I get into that, last week I tried to have people calling in. I thank Tom B for calling in last week. I appreciate it. But on Podbean, which you can download for free, podbean.com, the audio didn't come out that well. So what I'm going to ask you to do is, if you want to ask me a question, text me at 774-287-9323, or send me an email. I'm right here. I'm online right now. And you can email me at coachp2210@yahoo.com. All right. And just to back up a little bit too, I like to have a little music because I'm running the show by myself, so I don't want to have any dead air time. That was T-Rads Radley running it. And you can catch T-Rads on any kind of downloadable music on on Apple Play and Spotify. T-Rads, I had him in here for an interview last year. I'm hoping to get him back so we can catch up with him. But I like using his music before my shows because he's one of my guys and I like his music. So I hope you enjoy it. So before I get into it too, I just want to let you know that I'm trying to do things to improve myself. I'm trying to do things to educate myself so I can get better for you. I love doing this show. It holds me responsible. It gets you to know me. It gets you to know who your coach is. And that was the whole purpose and point of me doing this show originally. And what I'm trying to do, and I'm going to always pass on with you what I am doing to improve myself, educating myself. I'm trying to get education. I did a coaching webinar, a financial coaching webinar last week, and I got some pretty good information out of it. It's put on by Dave Ramsey and some of his people, Chris Campbell, and I'm going to be saving up to get certification through Dave Ramsey as a financial coach. And I say that because it's costly. It's $1,700 to get that certification and go through those classes to be a financial coach through Dave Ramsey, but I am going to do it. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to pay cash, obviously. And I'm going to make sure I put it in my budget. I'm going to make sure I save for it. And I'm going to be able to bring things to you. But in the meantime, I did a webinar and I got some good information out of it. I always talk about the budget with you. I always tell you about the budget. And you know what? It wasn't any different with this webinar that I did. We were talking about the budget. And it's huge. I mean, it's what's going to make me a business, because people just for some reason don't want to do that budget. As they said, and I named the show this too, 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10 couples are not budgeting consistently. You've got to do a budget. It's the most important thing with your money. It's the backbone of everything that we do. A budget, again, I say it all the time, doesn't mean you can't spend. It gives you permission to spend, all right? And without a budget, you're just going to struggle with money. I mean, you're never going to know what exactly your expenses are, what exactly how much you're coming in, and how a little bit from that category. But here's the stat that I really liked and that you should take away from this, that a budget will make you feel like you've gotten an 18 to 20% raise. And I'm telling you, When you do a budget, you start to get a better understanding of where your money's going. You're being intentional with your money. You're putting your money where it's supposed to go. So, I mean, whatever you want to get. Like I told you, I want to do this, and I want to get my education and get the schooling. So, what am I going to do? I'm going to budget for that. I'm going to make sure that I save up the money. I'm not going to just put something on a credit card because I want it. You don't use your credit card like that. You don't just say, well, I want something, so I'm going to put it on my credit card. Being in debt is the worst feeling and the worst thing that you can do. And unfortunately, that's the way that people are living today. They're living paycheck to paycheck. And it's a sad truth. 80% of all people are living paycheck to paycheck. So you just look up and down your street, you count 10 houses, 8 out of those 10 houses, people are one check away from a catastrophe, financial catastrophe. And it isn't the way you want to be. Set a budget, get things straight, and make sure that you're doing the right things with your money. You're being intentional with it. So that kind of brings me to the next thing. I'm just trying to check to see if anybody's kind of, texting in or emailing in. I want to make sure I stay up with everything. But, baby step one, this again is from the webinar. And it was just stuff that kind of, and this is what I'm glad about, why I continuously get my education, because it's stuff that I bring up, but it goes even deeper and deeper and deeper into the things that I'm trying to teach you and bring you. And it's stuff that I can help to teach you better. But it's a fact that 8 out of 10 Americans struggle to save in $1,000 emergency fund. Well, I just told you that 8 out of 10 are living paycheck to paycheck. So that stat is obvious. So if you're living paycheck to paycheck, people are like, well, how can I save $1,000 if I don't even have any money at the end of my check? That's why you need to do a budget. All right? It's exactly what I'm saying to you. You got to do a budget. Because you got to get $1,000 emergency fund put away. Because you know what? Life's going to happen. Things are going to go. Your water heater's going to go. Your washer, your dryer. I mean, if you own a home, you know what I'm talking about. And you could turn what could be a financial struggle into just a minor inconvenience when you have the money put to the side. Now, $1,000 isn't enough to cover some of the major things that are going to happen. It's a baby step one is $1,000 starter emergency fund. And that's baby step one. So, once you get out of debt, then you're going to put aside a fully funded emergency fund. But I'm telling you right now, 8 out of 10 Americans are having trouble just saving $1,000. So, I don't even want to talk about baby step 3 until we can get baby step 1 done. You can't get baby step 1 done until you start doing a budget and being intentional with your money. So, I mean, everything's connected. Everything that I say that you need to do and everything that, you need to do with money. And it's like, that's why I want to be your coach. If you're having trouble with this, get in touch with me. I just gave you my phone number at the top of this. Don't be afraid to text me and ask me a question. Hire me as your coach. That's what I'm trying to do. I mean, you UPS people out there that are following me, I get it. I'm a UPS, employee right now. But I'm telling you right now, 100%, I'll be out of that job. I'm going to start setting a timetable on it. By March 1st next year, I will not be working at UPS. This will be my job. I'm going to be a financial coach and a sports official. I mean, I can't help it. I love officiating sports. And it's good income, too, a great side hustle. So, I mean, listen, I'm telling you right out there right now, this is what I want to do. Let me be your coach. Let me help you. Let me help you find that money that's in your budget so that you can get $1,000 emergency fund. All right? So, I hope that this is helping you. I mean, nobody's coming in with questions. I'm just going to go live. I'm just going to go, do my show the way that I normally together, a little something for about 10 minutes. And then I go into Pino Financial News. So if you've got questions and you want me to stay on and answer those questions, text me at 774-287-9323. Also, you can email me at coachp2210@yahoo.com. I'm here. I want to help you. All right. If you're watching the show, that means you're thinking about your money, and that's the first step. And also subscribe to my YouTube channel. I hope this show comes out better than the last one I do. Subscribe to my YouTube channel because I mean, I need the subscribers. I need to get this business up and running, and I can't do it by myself. I need your help. Listen, instead of leaving the show, tell me how I suck. I don't care because I want to improve. Tell me what I need to do to get better because that's what we're here to do. I'm here to get better for you. I'm here to get better for me to help you. All right? Listen, I'm going to get right into Peanut Financial News. I told you about T-Rads Radley. We'll get him back in the studio. I'm going to try to set up more interviews coming up. That's what I'm going to start working on next week, is starting to make phone calls to get people into the studio so that this show that's going to be live, I'm sitting here and I'm interviewing somebody, and hopefully it'll be a little bit more entertaining for you. Okay? But one of my first interviews, and I'm representing Nichols again. That's when my son goes to college. And he was my first interview at Peanut Financial Studios here. And I'm happy to say that at his football awards banquet, which was last week, Michael Pina Jr. won his team MVP. And that's a nice award because, that's voted on by his team and his coaches. And that's important going into the next season. Listen, I bring up that as news because that's not only my son, but he was my first interview in here. And I'm going to always plug the people that I interviewed in here when I hear something that they've done well. As I talk about T-Rads, I talk about my son. Go to podbean.com and download that for free. I started kind of a new show. It was an idea of mine as I'm driving to my games. I'm trying to think of things to put out for content. And I'm thinking about things, and I'm like, I can make this a show. Thoughts from the road, as I call it. I'm just sitting there. I put it on Podbean. I let you listen to exactly what's in my mind as I'm driving to my games. Because I feel like that's I've been officiating sports for 32 years now. And I've always done my best thinking when I'm driving to a game. So I'm like, why don't I just put those thoughts out there? Even if people aren't listening to it, I can replay it and I can remember what I was thinking. But I'm doing it for you, for entertainment value, and hopefully it's bringing you some financial value. And I talk about my first thought because it happened to be my son won this MVP award. And I was thinking about, how important it is to be a college athlete and being a college quarterback. So download podbean.com, find the Michael Pina Senior Show podcast, and you can listen to Thoughts from the Road. All right? So next thing in the news, I think it's kind of funny, but Jeff Bezos is always in the news. Is he going to take over the world? He reminds me of Pinky and the Brain. I don't know if you guys remember that cartoon. He's even got a crone head like the mouse did, the brain, and he always said, he always came up with things and it was funny how he wanted to take over the world. And I think that's what Jeff Bezos wants to do. He wants to take over the world. He's been in the news because AIM, which is like the National Enquirer and stuff, had photos of him. And it's true, talking about a guy who's got more money than anybody in the world right now. And if nobody's going to fight him, who's gonna? All right? So I thought that was kind of funny. But to kind of piggyback with e-commerce here, I kind of put it out there on my last UPS is up. It was at 107.91 the last time I checked. So, I'm a buy and hold guy. If you go again to Podbean, I'll do more financial shows on different individual stocks, index funds, mutual funds, things that you should be buying. And I tell you, only 10% of your net worth should go towards stock. And so if you don't have a net worth, I don't think you should be buying stocks. So that's a whole nother story. But go to podbean.com for that. But to me, UPS is a buy and hold. I like it. UPS stock is at 107.91. Also, UPS in the news, I like the clip that Tom B sent me. Tom B continuously sends me stuff. And if you send me something, I'm going to comment on it. All right. And it's helpful for me because I know you're listening and I know you're having fun taking a look at what we're doing here. But it was a good clip about a UPS driver out in a rural area. And he delivers packages to a old timer, and he noticed a package was left on the porch from the day before, and he knew it wasn't like this guy to leave packages out like that. So he knocked on the door. Nobody answered. The door was open. He opened up the door, and there's the guy lying on the ground. Nobody's there, lying on the floor. Nobody's there to help him. He'd been lying on the floor for over like 24 hours. If it wasn't for this UPS driver, this guy probably would have passed away from who knows, from or whatever. But UPS driver in the news for helping this old timer. You know, UPS drivers out there, they care about the people on their route. And I love those guys for doing that, you know. Real life story, real life guys. I like it, Tom B. Thank you. Also, today I was, I love coaching. Absolutely love coaching. Not only financially, but I originally was a football coach. And this morning I was working at Elite Football Academy. If you're in the area, you've got an athlete, a football player, Elite Football Academy. They're the best. I'm telling you right now, they're becoming the best. Jeff Lang and the Walsh brothers, they do an incredible job running these camps. And it's just getting better, bigger, better all the time. And today I was there, but they've announced their summer camps. So if you've got a football player, get them to Weymouth, all right, for the 1 week camp. Grades 3 through 7 is Monday, July 15th through Friday, July 19th. That's Elite Football Academy. Go on EFA.com to sign them up. Don't use a credit card. Use a debit card. Cash only. Use a debit card. So that's grades 3 through 7. It's July 15th to July 19th, 8:30 a.m. to 12 p.m. Also, grades 8 through 12 is going to be Thursday and Friday, July 18th and 19th from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. And then Saturday and Sunday, July 20th and 21st from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Get your football players to this camp. These camps are growing. It's awesome. And I love being part of it. I'll be at both of these camps. So won't Michael Pina Jr. And listen, you got an aspiring quarterback or you got a long snapper that needs some help, get in touch with me because we can help you at QB Velocity. Like our All right, I think I'm back on. I'm not sure. Something happened. I disconnected. So hey, that's live situation. But I'm just ending it with Brent Warren. He's not good. He's the best. Brent Warren Law in 130 Liberty Street, Suite 10, Brockton, Mass. Telephone number 508-587-0533. Tell them Mike Pina sent you. Your financial coach sent you. Because I'm telling you right now, if you don't have an estate plan done, you don't have a will done, this is the guy that'll get it done right, and you need to get this done. All right? So make sure you go see Brent and get this done. All right? But until next time, you know what I say. I want to win. I want to help you win. Let's win this thing together. Little T-Rads here to end it, I hope.